All right, welcome back. We're here to cover Hell's Paradise episode 2. But first, I want to say, hope everyone had a good Easter. Whatever you do for Easter, if you celebrated it. Hope everyone had a good one. Spent time with their family. But I'll start us off today. I liked it. Um, yeah, they didn't cover much compared to what was in the manga. Pretty sure they did one chapter each so far. But I feel like they introduced what is to come in this series really well. They a lot of gore, a lot of action. They kind of set the precedent there, and you get the background for Sagiri, the main character. So getting her background and why she's really doing what she does, being the only woman. I thought that was really good. T, what are your thoughts?
I really liked the savagery. Like I was talking to Daniel about this earlier. The savagery in the episode, just of like, well, in particular, like him biting just the dude's neck, and then just like, even though his hands are tied, he's just so easily able to pierce like just through people with his hands and just rip them apart like it's nothing. Like he's literally using like his tips of his fingers like a blade.
Yeah, the leader
And I
was
just
getting one going for it.
Yeah, I really liked how they just did that part because I feel like that part in the manga was pretty awesome. I thought it really set, and also I feel like it sets like how other people like you obviously hear about like how what good citizens I guess or I don't know how you really want to phrase it with them, but like the good side of like society versus like these are all criminals who also think of this dude as like a legend and everything,
Mhm.
and they're all like, yeah, he's not everybody knows him, I guess, but the people that do are like, yeah, he's kind of a problem. And uh, and also the bandit, like the bandit
Azo.
leader, I forget what his name. Yeah, I love his introduction too. I
I
think
I
I
had to
think
go
it
back
like
and look
shows
in
off
the
like he's
I
gonna
had to
be a
look
good
in the manga
character.
because I didn't know they showed him that early, but they do.
Yeah, no, they did. No, they did.
I forgot
And
he was the one who
yeah,
just started it.
I think he's a pretty awesome character, and it shows it like that. Like he just has like a do it now, think later attitude about everything. He just bashes the dude's face in with a rock, and he just was going on with it. But yeah, man, it's I just can't yeah I can't wait for the episode 3 to come out because when the shit gets real on the island, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought episode 2 was really good. Just because there's a lot of stuff in the manga that I was like, I wonder how they're gonna do this when they animate it. Like, one thing was when Sagiri uses her blade to see the truth. I think they did a really good job of like showing that. It kind of made it seem like the blade was a lot larger than it was because of how much you could actually see that was like going on inside of it. Another thing that I thought was really well done for them was showing all of the like people that Sagiri was being weighed down by, and then like comparing it to Gabby Maru with all the people hanging off of him. Uh, I thought that was pretty well done as well. I think we were talking about how they were gonna do that. I don't know if we talked about it in an episode or not, but like showing Sagiri because she's not wearing anything in it. But I like how they showed Sagiri, but they showed like no definition or detail on her body at all. It was just like a blank canvas. And then all the bodies climbing up were like the detail that was being added to her.
Mhm.
Mhm. So my thoughts about episode 2. If Daniel was finished, I didn't know because we kind of took a little bit of a long pause there.
I think that was
Um,
him telling you to go.
but my thoughts on episode 2, really well thought out. They're definitely I believe going a chapter at a time, 100%. Right now, um, the introduction to all the main uh, kind of like a chessboard, all the introduction to the main chess pieces on that board with all the main people that we follow throughout the story, especially the ones that we've covered in an episode. I think we talked about the first 2 volumes,
3.
3. Okay, so we talked about the first 3 volumes, but it shows the ones that kind of set the tone for the whole story. Because in all honesty, like Gabby Maru is like the main character, 100%, and with Sagiri. But these characters, these others, I wouldn't. I would. They're not main characters, but they're definitely they're protagonist types, 100%. Because there were a few chapters in the manga that we covered, um, that was just solely based on the bandit leader and his brother or whatever. But all in all, this episode they showed it really well. The introductory. I thought that the Gabmaru is a complete savage. He doesn't even need ninjutsu or Nimpo to mess up these other guys. And in all honesty, he's like what really like spoke to me throughout the whole episode was his like stance on. He's like, I don't want to kill you, but if you come after me to kill me, I'm gonna kill you. And they're like, but you just said you didn't want to kill us. He said, yeah, but I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna protect myself. And
Kind of like,
Because he
I'd
has
rather have
something to
my
fight
life
for.
than you have
Mhm.
your life, kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, Tito,
And
I was making a face because I thought you were about to say something wild about Gabimaru. The way you
no,
built it up, you're like, Gabimaru, yeah, he's the main character and all, but I was like,
I thought you would say like,
no,
he ain't
no.
mad. He ain't
I
mad.
say, really? Come on now. But,
Man,
no,
just
no,
went
no.
ballistic.
I was
One
just
thing,
ready.
one thing I would add is you said there's a lot of protagonists. I think there's all antagonists at this point. Like the only protagonist we have is Gabimaru.
Cut it out as well.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't say that they. I said they were protagonist type characters. I didn't say they were protagonists. But they have the potential to be protagonists the way it was made out in the manga, of course, because there was a whole section that was just focused on that bandit leader and his brother. That's what I was getting at. Is Gabimaru is the main protagonist, and the other characters have protagonist type personas to them, but they're not. But they're not.
I think
I can
that
see where you're
goes
coming
to
from.
show the artists how good the author is at making characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Tito,
amongst all
you've
these
only read
great
through 3, right?
characters, you
Yeah.
still have Gabimaru who stands out.
That's what I thought.
I think he's
I still
also
need to
setting a
read
theme
the rest of it. But
that I didn't
yeah.
notice the first time, but pretty early on, the theme of the series is like purpose. All of them have a purpose for going here. Obviously, whether it's just a pardon or a deeper meaning, but
Mm.
2 of them already, and just for you going over the series, I'm interested to see what else we
And
pick up.
another thing that I wanted to add on to what I was saying before is with between Gabimaru and Sagiri when Daniel was talking about how the blade revealed the truth. The only reason it showed like the only reason she kind of like realized like her hardships and stuff through that were because of Gabimaru's words. He's like, I am willing to take this burden on of killing all these people. I'm just not gonna like it. He's just like, I don't want to do it, but I got to.
Yeah.
And she finally realizes like, oh, he's got a point about that because she's full of fear. She's like, she wanted to do this, but the thing is that there was fear is what was told, what was said in the backstory. She was afraid.
So any other series would have had Aizen was the awesome one next to her, would have had him cut down those 3 bandits that were coming, 3 criminals. I'm glad that the author just boom. We're not gonna have some long. Oh, she's not actually gonna kill anybody, but she's going to this island. No, showed that she can do it when she has the resolve to do it.
Also, shout out to making it look as easy as she did. She literally just glided through them, and like they were like the executioners. They talk about them like these are real deals. Like you guys, like they will put you down, and I feel like that shows like everybody sees her as the woman and she's the weakest, but she literally just glides right through 3 of them. So what are they gonna think of like the top people that are there?
So you
They're
also
gonna be
gotta
like, they're
remember, Gabimaru was scared when she swung at him. That is one thing I think was different from the manga in the first episode. Wasn't he down on the ground, like had like she was putting the blade to his neck, going to decapitate him? But in the first episode, he was just in the doorway, and she draws the sword.
Yeah, me
So I
and
don't know for
Daniel were
sure,
saying
but
like some things are a slightly like it's still tells the same story like how it is.
Oh, yeah.
But some things are
I
slightly
kind of like how
different.
the anime did it. How he was in there, and the moment she draws the sword, he's like, "Oh yeah, let's pop these cuffs off and get going."
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I think that they're doing great, and I think it's just gonna keep going up. Obviously, we know the story, but anime wise, many series have been hoed to anime. Promise Neverland is one of them.
I also, to note something, I also like how we're getting dropped into a universe, I guess, in a way. Like, stuff's already happened. All
Like
these
he's already
characters have already
strong.
been. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
already strong and like that kind of thing. Instead of like doing like your traditional like build up from the bottom and like, or I mean, like
typical shonen
trying to
anime
think
in
because I
general.
guess AOT is not really. I mean, I guess it is a build up from the
He
bottom,
has to
but
learn how to harden. He has to learn
yeah,
where the
that's
basement
true.
is. Um,
But
and I
yeah,
wouldn't
I
mess
just
about
like
the
how like
basement, but
everybody, all the characters are just already established their own name. And well, I guess Saguri maybe not as much established because they even say that she shouldn't go to the island.
well, this is a
But
spoiler. To tell you a couple seconds, let anyone just skip over it. I'll put a time we're gonna skip to. But when it comes up, I think very soon, where Gaimar says you're actually really strong, stronger than me.
yeah,
So, but yeah, so I
I feel like that
wanted
was
to bring
really
that up.
early in the
Yeah, I
manga
think
too.
it's really good. I think he starts his
Got
Kosan on the island. So
probably gonna be next episode. Then,
Mhm.
you think then?
yeah, it should.
'Cause, yeah, that happens very early. Honestly, I would have even bet it happened at the meeting type. But now that makes sense that they're probably on the island by then.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's sitting there with his cuffs on because she keeps him on because she's following the law, the code
Hmm.
strictly, but everybody else
So
is smart
shit hits
about
the
it.
fan.
Yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Mhm. No, if you guys want to follow along with us in our watch of the anime, I'm pretty sure I've got the time down for when it releases on Crunchyroll. It's around 1:30 ish, um, and we'll keep talking about it for sure.
Yeah,
When's the
hopefully
next
getting them out
episode?
Sunday, Monday, but today,
Saturday.
Is,
yeah, it's Saturday. I think
Saturday?
Saturday around 1:30, like Tito
hmm
said.
Okay. I ain't bad. I ain't bad. Yeah, I'm just man. I think more people really need to watch this series because I think it's gonna be a
Oh,
good. I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people could really like this series,
Mhm.
and
hmm
people gotta give it a shot because
I feel like
it
this
is
series is
very good.
really familiar but still different.
Yeah,
it kind of gives a nostalgic feel.
yeah, because they even bring up like ninjutsu and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But then you got like the sword play that a lot of animes have and stuff, and it's a
hmm
lot of things I guess people can recognize. I guess.
well,
Um,
katanas are rooted deep in Japanese.
well, yeah, I know that, but
Well, I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying like in animes and stuff, like a lot of them people like rock swords or katana, AOT, two swords,
Zoro,
Demon Slayer.
coolest
Guess what?
character in One
Katana.
Piece.
What?
He
And
has 3.
Zoro.
Zoro's coolest character in One Piece so far.
Yet he still can't
I've
find his own way.
I've
You don't need
heard
to.
that on the Twitters. I've heard that on the Twitters.
All right, I'll go ahead and get out of here. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe and then leave a like, comment. It helps.